All right, everyone, this is a mower conditioner. Yes, you can run it with a 22 horsepower or 22 PTO horsepower tractor. Should you? No, it won't cut anything. As soon as I get into grasses, it has any resistance against it, it's the tractor will die. But a mower conditioner basically it has a cutting mechanism on it. So in this case, it's a disc mower. All right, so it has these discs that have blades on the end of them. Now they're very tight tolerances, you can see, because like if I bring this around, about a 1/4 inch between the end of this blade and then that turtle. So if a bearing goes out, you're gonna have a lot of problems. So what I'm saying is yes, these are higher maintenance and higher potential of something getting torn up, but if you maintenance them and you pay attention to them, they do work very well. They're very efficient. You can go much faster than you can with a sickle mower. I will insert a picture of a sickle mower right now. Sickle mower is a very simple machine, and it works very well for what it is. It just doesn't go very fast. So on a sickle mower or even a haybine, which would still have a sickle bar, you're only gonna be able to go about 4, maybe 5 miles an hour, and that depends on how thick the hay is that you're cutting. This, it takes a lot of horsepower to run it. So for the most part, every foot of bar, so every foot of cutter bar is gonna take about 10 horsepower. That's a safe guess as far as where you need to be, so you're not at the ends of your tractor and just running it hard the whole time. Our tractor, not this one obviously, but the one we actually cut hay with is 145 PTO horsepower, has more than enough power to run this. So we can actually go pretty quick with it. What our limitation is actually how smooth or rough the ground is. I say all that because once this grass is cut though, all right, this is running right on these shoes down here. So there's a shoe right there, a shoe right there, and then the wheels stay on the ground for weight distribution. So power consumption is a downfall to these machines, but the upside is you can cut very fast with them. Another downside though is they are maintenance heavier. You have to watch things, because if, like I said, one of these bearings goes bad, you really have to watch, because now it's gonna, so if that bearing is bad and it starts getting play in it, it's probably gonna tear up a little bit of this turtle head and probably that one too. So that's what I was saying, as far as maintenance, it can be costly if you're not paying attention. Once the grass is cut though, it comes across the top of this cutter bar and it goes into these flails. These flails are turning backwards like this, so it's picking the grass up off the cutter bar. And these flails are designed to knock the wax off of the grass. This type is basically designed for mixed grass or grass hay, not for alfalfa. And alfalfa, it's gonna knock all the leaves off, or not all of them, but it's gonna knock a good chunk of them off. It's very hard on alfalfa. So the mixed grass comes across there, it knocks a lot of the wax off it. It also puts kinks in the stems and stuff, and that helps to allow moisture to escape so that the hay will dry down quicker. And then once it dries down quicker, that means you can bale it quicker. So what used to take 3 days, now you can do in 2 days, or even a day and a half sometimes, depending on the climate you're in. Once the grass comes across this flail, it comes out. Now I have this deflector turned down right now. I can easily open it up and lift it. Show you. Actually, I'll show you guys while I move it. So if I take this, right, so I can move it. What that does is, that's gonna be the difference between if it's beating the grass a lot, or if it's just gonna beat it, essentially coming off the bar, and then throw it back here and use the chutes. Right. Here to set my windrow. Now, I like to spread the grass out. I don't like to have it right on top of each other. Some people like to pile it up. I don't, because in my philosophy, this wind, right? You can see there's a bit of a wind. But if you were to compare what dries quicker, right? if you were to compare if it was just a cloudy, windy day or if it's a sunny day, sun will always dry quicker because it has that radiant heat. And that radiant heat actually will get down in the windrow a little bit. But if it's a real tall windrow, like if I had these shut all the way, so I'll show you. So if I shut these all the way, that's about how wide my windrow is. So now I went from about a 7-foot windrow down to probably 4 feet. And that's going to be, the hay is going to be piled up high, yes. The wind could get through it, absolutely. But the sun cannot touch the bottom layers, and that bottom layer is still going to be wet. So that's why we leave it the way it is and have it spread out, because even if it's spread out, wind is still going to go across it. Sorry, the sun's in the background. Wind is still going to go across it, and the sun is going to be able to touch more of it. So that's our simple solution to it. But that's the flail mower conditioner. So now there's also another style, and the other style is a rubber roller. The rubber roller works well for, it basically kind of mushes the alfalfa or grass or whatever it is that you're cutting with it, and it's safe for either kind. The rubber roller, I guess you could say, is better in the sense that you can use it on alfalfa or mixed grass. This, you really can't use it on alfalfa because you're going to lose a lot of your product. So that's just kind of the takeaway from it. This is a 92 John Deere 1360 mower conditioner. It's not made by John Deere, it's actually made by Kuhn. It's like a lot of John Deere equipment. Basically it's made by somebody else, painted green, and then they sell it as John Deere stuff. As far as what is the best brand, your guess is as good as mine. Now, I guess supposedly John Deere does make their own, so they might have an advantage over Kuhn or say Krone or New Holland or whoever. I don't know. But what I am saying is that you're gonna have to research to see what is the best one for you. For me, this is actually a really good one because I have a place not far from me. I've only had to replace one thing on here because of wear, and it was this bearing in this drive line in the tongue, and the collar broke off of the end of it. Not a huge deal, not the end of the world. It just vibrated a lot, which we don't want that to happen, so we fixed it. Last year though, I hit rock, a pretty big rock. We do custom haying, and I just didn't see it. Well, I saw it after right before I hit it, but it was too late to shut anything down. Well, anyways, it hit it, and it knocked some teeth off of 2 of the gears over here, and then 1 gear on the opposite side of that, the 3rd turtle head in from the center. It cost me about $700 in used parts, which compared to going to John Deere to buy those parts was less than half the price, because John Deere wanted a little over $1,000 for 1 gear. So went there, bought 3 of those used gears for $700, and they're in good shape. That's the other beauty of it. You can see them. They've got an assortment of, they got them all over the place. They've got buses, so they'll take a machine like this, they take it apart, and then they put the parts inside of the buses that they have there to store them, to keep them out of the weather. It's really a wonderful place. It's called 2 Cylinder Plus. It's in Conway, Missouri. So I don't know if they ship parts, but anyway, I say that because that's probably going to dictate what is the best machine for you. For me, it's this one because parts are very easily accessible. There's a plethora of them there, and I can go there, drive 45 minutes, or even send my wife there, and basically start tearing it apart, and then tell her, hey, I need this, this, and this, and then she can grab. The people there are super knowledgeable, so it's easy for them to give her the part that she needs, and then she's on her way back, and I lose very minimal time. So like I said, it's something that you have to figure out what works for you. The mower conditioners are a wonderful tool. They make a difference between cutting. So if I cut today, right, if I didn't have the conditioning tool on there, then I'd cut today and I wouldn't be able to bale probably until maybe, depending on the weather, probably Thursday would be when I'd bale. Whereas I can easily cut today, I could probably bale tomorrow afternoon, but I'm gonna give it 1 extra day just because of the fact that it is very humid right now, so I'd like to give it as much of a chance as possible to dry out. So I'm gonna cut today, it'll dry all day tomorrow, and then on Wednesday I will probably rake it and bale it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative for you. I hope it was useful. If you have questions, like always, put them down below in the comments. I'll answer as much as I can. Everybody's gonna have a different opinion. I already know that, so I'm not arguing any of it, but I'm just telling you what I've seen from experience, so everybody else has their own experiences too. But hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have a blessed week, and we'll see you next time. Hey everyone, real quick, if you haven't already, please hit the like button, share this video on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or whatever social media platform you use, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Those are the 3 biggest things you can do to help our channel grow and to support our channel. That brings me to my next thing. A lot of people have been asking about how they can support us. And while we appreciate the offer to give monetary donations, we just don't accept them. What you can do instead is, there's a link down below in the description. That link will take you to Farm Focus website that has our Freedom Farms merchandise on it. All of our apparel on there is 100% made in the USA. The shirt is made here, the decals are made here, and then they're put on the shirts all here in the United States. There's also decals on there, and shortly there'll be sweatshirts. So if you're interested in that stuff, please go check out Farm Focus website. The link is down below in the description. It'll take you straight to our shop. Thank you, and enjoy the videos.